Warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Another tight game, but another W for the Edmonton Oilers. Another 3-2 victory. That's 3 in a row as Edmonton stays hot. And they stay hot on the West Coast road trip. A big win over the San Jose Sharks. I mean, yes, a team they should win easily enough, but they closed the gap on the Pacific Division race with a huge game coming up on Saturday against the LA Kings, as the Oilers now sit 5 points back of the division lead in the Pacific. It's your boy, Avry Lewis-McDougall, back here in the host chair once again. 3 shows in a row, 3 wins. Are you getting sick of me? Well, I hope not, because Edmonton has won the past 3 games in a row in which I've shown my face on this program. But before we continue any further, we got to give a shout out to our friends at Hyperdrive Hockey, y'all. Make sure you shift into Hyperdrive and get ready to have some fun with your news source for all the biggest stories in hockey, bringing a unique style of broadcasting and commentary with a Quebecois flavor. Hyperdrive Hockey combines top-tier hockey analysis, big stories, pop culture, and a fun atmosphere that'll drive debate, make you think, and more. So much more. Join Max Van Hoot, Daphne Balbouf, Kevin Larme every Monday and Thursday for your fill of the hockey world. And make sure you tap in on YouTube on the Game Over Network channel, or subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon. And be sure you head to our website, thegameovernetwork.com, for more. Yes, y'all. All right. So, 3-2 win, and Edmonton finds a way to win without Connor McDavid, without Stuart Skinner. A massive game for this team, and huge credit to Edmonton's third line. Connor Brown and Jeff Skinner, great game for both these guys. They score in this game, and we talk about so much how the Oilers need offense from guys not named, 97 and 29, and they got it tonight in a major way. Sorry to adjust the camera here for a second. And they got it in a major way with the victory. We know Draisaitl left this game due to what appears to be a core issue. Hopefully, it was more of a thing in which, it was tweaked a little bit, and they want to look at it as opposed to anything new coming up. So, when there's further word on Leon Draisaitl, we will let you know on Game Over Edmonton and on Game Over Network. And like always, hey, if you got any comments, thoughts, please tap in on our chat room on YouTube. Let us know for overtime, those comments flow in on a late game, a very, very late game. An 8:30 p.m. start Mountain Time, 7:30 p.m. in San Jose. And these are the games in which, man, I said it on the last game broadcast, staying up this late, if you're an Oilers fan on the East Coast, it's got to be so tough to stay awake, stay engaged, stay alert, stay safe. It cannot be easy if you're a Shark Oilers fan on that part of North America. It cannot be easy. But this is a game in which Edmonton dug deep to find a way to maintain this game, and they didn't cave. Which is a big thing. Even when Jack Thompson scored, Tyler Toffoli pushed back, you saw Edmonton at times bend, but did not break. And I mentioned the offense from other names like Connor Brown, Jeff Skinner. You also had a great game once again from Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson had a great game against the Golden Knights. Arvidsson steps up once again tonight against the San Jose Sharks. These are 3 guys who have been productive as of late in the past game here. And also, Jeff Skinner. I look at Skinner's production and what he's done. He loves playing against San Jose. He's gotten, 9 goals his past 11 games against the Sharks. And he played third line minutes. Jeff Skinner, when called upon, when you rely upon him, steps up to the plate. He now has 15 goals. Could have had 16 if this team could have found empty net, but after what Skinner has gone through, after being healthy scratched and not playing a ton of minutes at times, he is still on pace to have a 20-goal season. He is still finding ways to score. Imagine if Jeff Skinner was playing every game this year. Imagine if he was playing every game 17, 18 minutes a night. He probably would be a 30-goal guy this year in Edmonton. He probably would have 30 goals or close to it. It's great to see him being on the pace now where he can touch possibly 20. I need to see Chris Knobloch put even more trust into Jeff Skinner. He's the guy who I think this postseason is going to be a dynamo for Edmonton. And I need Jeff Skinner playing top 6 minutes come the postseason. He is going to be a guy who will help solidify and help guys like McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman in that top 6. Give Skinner more trust in this roster. You got to do it, Chris. You have to. So, and I'm sure many will agree with me on that because when he has played in limited roles, he's found ways to thrive. He really has. And full credit, again, to Calvin Pickard making some big saves tonight in the victory to preserve this game. He made a big save with less than a minute left to keep this a 3-2 game. So Calvin Pickard, when called upon, has been having a good run in the absence of Stuart Skinner. He's stepping up when called upon, which is what this team needs. This team needs a guy like him to be ready, stay hot when his number is called, and he's been a good backup so far. He's been called upon. He's finding ways. I admit, I said yes. There's been those Jekyll and Hyde moments, but lately, Pickard is called upon. He has calmed things down and stepped up to the plate. That's what this team needs in net going forward. Calm goaltending. They need that, especially now when it's looking like we're probably going to get another year of Edmonton, LA in that first round playoff series. Of course. And again, if you're enjoying the show, please tap in with your comments in the live chat. It's always fun to interact with the masses, with the people during an episode of Game Over Edmonton. And we'll get into post-game comments. We'll dive into the analytics. We'll dive into the fantasy stats. We'll get the post-game thoughts from head coach Chris Knobloch and other players. And thankfully, there was no egregious jersey foul fan tonight like there was for the game against Vegas. Because, there was some wild jersey fouls outside T-Mobile Arena. I didn't see any jersey fouls in San Jose tonight, but, in Vegas, there were some gross jerseys being worn at that game. Come on. No, not on my watch. No. But you know what is on my watch? You know what I have time for all the time? Patreon. Looking for ways to help an upstart media company employing over 30 young journalists and analysts across Canada? If you have a few bucks kicking around and you want to head to our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Game Over Network, you know what you'll find? You will find multiple tiers featuring rewards and goodies for helping us grow. There's extra access, exclusive looks behind the scenes, Discord benefits, merch discounts, opportunities to give us feedback, and you can join us for special shows live where you can interact with hosts as we launch more ways to improve your experience. But you know what? Hey, we know at times can be tough. If you're not able to spare a few dollars, we got a free tier available to make sure that you don't miss out on all the fun. So, if you want to help us out, have some fun, make sure to click like and subscribe on YouTube. Rate us 5 stars on your favorite podcast platform and share our work on your social media platform of choice. So that's patreon.com/the Game Over Network for some tantalizing goodies, y'all. So in this game, you saw the Oilers getting, thankfully, a lot of shots on net. Edmonton wasn't shy when it came to, 1 second here. There we go. Second period time. So yeah, one thing I do want to point out with this game was that in the win, Edmonton wasn't shy when it came to getting pucks on net, which they had to do. Getting pucks on net on a young goaltender, you can't sit back. 38 shots tonight in the victory, 17 shots in the second period alone. They were firing away from all angles, which was great to see. That's what you want to see if you're an Oilers team. Don't sit back, get shots through traffic, make life tough for a young goaltender. That's what Edmonton did very well, I thought, in this game. Because how many times have we seen a young goaltender go in and beat the Oilers in his second career start, third career start? But for Georgi Romanov, he did not have an easy night. I mean, yes, he made some big saves to keep this a tight game, but he was facing rubber all night long. He was facing shot after shot after shot. So that's what you want to see. Traffic in front of him, pucks coming from everybody in an orange and blue jersey. And Edmonton did a great job of doing that. It wasn't a night where they were trying to too much of Harlem Globetrottering the puck to the net. They're firing away, which you had to do. They had to get shots on net, which they did a good job on. And they got a power play goal as well, too. Edmonton's power play went 1 for 2 on the night. The penalty kill killed off the one penalty they did face tonight in the game. So there you go. That was great to see for this team. And again, I mentioned it off the top again. Guys like Skinner, Arvidsson, stepping up. Jeff Skinner, multi-point night. And Evan Bouchard, scoring-wise, 48 helpers on the year. Another year in which Bouchard is over 60 points. Evan Bouchard, 2 assists on the night. Evan Bouchard offensively again. Again, that is a guy in which I've said it before, and I will say it again. You make sure, no matter what, you keep Evan Bouchard in an Oilers jersey. You have to. You have to do that and maintain his profile on that Edmonton blue line. Anything else is malpractice. This is a guy who, once again, from the back end, is helping you with points. And even though at times, yes, there's been a mistake here and there, overall, he's still a very responsible D-man in his own end of the ice. So we'll take a look and see if there's any post-game content from Coach Knobloch or anybody else on the roster. If not, we'll dive into the advanced numbers. So you have no content yet. So yeah, let's take a look at the fancy stats and look deeper into what we liked, what we didn't like, because numbers, I mean, Twitter let us know. There's a few players that were, let's just say, struggling at times. That's one thing about Twitter. Oilers fans on Twitter will let you know when you're having a good night, when you're not. They will let it be known. They will let it be known. I'm looking at the advanced stats here. Edmonton dominated the Corsi battle. The Corsi battle for Oilers was 66-46 in all situations. At one point, Edmonton led the Corsi battle 30-15 in the second period. 30-15 in the second period alone. So there you go. And high danger chances. Edmonton 11-4 in the high danger chance battle. That is what you want to see. Expected goals for 3.05 to 1.46 for the Oilers. So they should have had a lot more. This should not have been a 3-2 game. This game was tighter than it needed to be. Edmonton had their chances to blow this game open. They did. They truly did in this game. And yeah, chances up front you wanted to see. Great stuff. And look at Edmonton's advanced stats. Look at the metrics tonight. Look at the Corsi 4. Janmark, Kulak, Skinner, the top 3 guys. Jeff Skinner, 72 Corsi 4. Great night for him. Solid game for him tonight. I keep saying, trust Skinner with higher minutes. Jeff Skinner played only 12:03. 12:03! And he had a multi-point game. Give Jeff 18 and watch him thrive in the top 6. 12:03, playing bottom 6 minutes. A goal and a helper. Could have had 2 goals. Give him some more trust, Jeff. Give him some more trust, Chris. Wild. Wild stuff when it comes to advanced metrics. But looking at players, though, who had an impact, who just still been struggling, again, guys like Max Jones, have not really been impressed by so far. Adam Henrique has had a tough go at things lately. These are 2 guys you want to see more of, Henrique and Max Jones. Right now, they're just kind of there. Kasperi Kapanen, just kind of there right now, not really having a major impact. You need more from these guys. They can't be in the gray. And right now, Henrique, Jones, and Kapanen are deep in the gray zone, which is not good going into the postseason. It isn't. It truly isn't. So you're going to want to see a little bit more from those 3 guys going forward, especially now when you got some tough games coming up. Again, Saturday afternoon, you're playing LA. You come back home. You take, LA, and then you got Anaheim. Should be an easier game. But then after Anaheim, you got the Blues, a hungry, surging Blues team. There can't be gray players against the Blues. There cannot be. I'm sorry. That can't happen. That's a dangerous team right now in the Central Division because all they do is win no matter what. It's a good team. It's a good St. Louis Blues team that's showing people, hey, they're here to make some noise this postseason. So, LA and St. Louis, gotta lock in. Have to lock in for the Oilers. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But either way, though, Brown, Skinner, great showing for them tonight. Great games. And Bouchard as well. Those are guys who really stepped up, I thought, when it came to your D and your third line. If you have a top 9 that's rolling into the postseason, you're golden. You are golden offensively as a hockey club. You truly are. You should be. And again, if you can get a healthy McDavid back for the last week of the season and going into game 1, and you're getting guys like Skinner and Brown stepping up, you should be thriving against LA and in a round 2 or against whoever else you face after the Kings. So we'll see how things go, and we'll definitely keep an ear to the ground when it comes to what the news is with Leon Draisaitl. There's been any more updates on Draisaitl's health going forward because, again, hopefully it's something serious, but, you got to pay attention. You got to watch. You got to see what's going to happen there because you need these 2 guys healthy for the postseason. You truly do. As we'll see here, waiting for more content from the Oilers locker room. All right, so we do have, there we go. All right, so we got Connor Brown, coach, and Jeff Skinner. So let's jump to Jeff Skinner to kick off the post-game content.
Jeff, just maybe take us. Jeff.
Oh, sorry, gang.
Just maybe take us through the night. Of course, you guys lose Leon. Of course, concerns lie there. But then you guys once again showcase your resilience in a big 1-goal victory here.
Yeah. I think Pix was really good. Made some big saves, big times, at big moments. They got a lot of skill, a lot of young guys, and a lot of speed. So they put pressure on you. I think we'd like to execute a little bit better, but obviously we got the result we wanted, and it's a good job sticking with it.
You guys have an NHL high 37 games with 1-goal decisions, and you guys come out on top on 22 of them. What is it about this team that seems to relish the big moments and relish the moments that really matter when it comes to a close game?
I think every game is different. So you have to have contributions from everyone. I think different nights you're going to need guys to make key plays at big times. Obviously, if you're going to win that many one-goal games, you need your goalie to make big saves down the stretch because most likely other teams come with a push. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of veteran guys, I think, and guys do a good job of sharing the workload and working together and closing out those tight games.
In the last couple of weeks, where do you feel like your team is most grown?
Obviously, we've had some injuries to key guys. I think it's a lot of opportunity for other guys to step up, and I think guys have done a good job so far. We're going to need to continue that, and keep working together to get the results we want.
I know you mentioned picks off the top. What was going through your mind with 55 seconds left and he came across to make that big save?
Well, I missed an empty net, so for me, it might have been a little bit more going through my mind, but nice job, Picks. I think he was great all night. Obviously, especially down the stretch there, he made some big saves. But obviously, that one's probably the biggest. Happy to see him get the win there.
He was drafted 15 years ago, and this is his first 20-win season as a goalie in his career. What do you say about a guy that's been hanging on here and staying in the game and having his best season at this age?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great pro. Obviously, he puts in the work. To stay in the league that long, I think, to be in the league is a testament to that. But obviously, he's had some real good success this year, and I think, we're happy to be a part of that, I think, and hopefully he can keep it going because, it's fun to watch.
Is this as confident as you've ever been in an Oilers uniform right now?
Personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think every game is different, I think, and I think the last little while I felt pretty good with my game, but more probably my line mates kind of clicking a little bit better than maybe earlier in the season for me, myself personally. I think when you click as a line, it's you can play a little bit more on instinct, and again, tonight's probably an example of that with Yanni and Browning. I thought they played great, and I'm trying to read off them, and they're always in the right spots and making good plays, and it was fun to play with them tonight.
All right, and there's Jeff Skinner after the Oilers win, and it's funny to mention again how the empty netters, how this team, just for whatever reason, still cannot have luck with the empty nets, and we just heard word from Chris Knobloch on Leon Draisaitl, so Knobloch saying he'll know more about Draisaitl tomorrow, so let's jump right now into Chris Knobloch's post-game presser.
Chris, first and foremost, do you have an update on Leon Draisaitl?
No, I don't. I haven't seen our training staff yet, but so tomorrow I obviously will.
Chris, is resilience the buzzword around your team right now? Of course, Leon goes down, but yet you guys still find a way to stick with it.
Find a way. When you're losing your best players, guys have to step up. They have to play, and I think, it's an excellent opportunity for them. I think they've done really well under the circumstances. Especially tonight, the Janmark line with Skinner and Brown, 2 goals there. Spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, not giving up very much, but other guys also. So it was nice to see.
Is this as confident as you've seen Jeff Skinner play?
Absolutely, and every player takes a transition period of getting used to their situation. Especially younger guys, and it can happen to older guys too, who played thousands of games. But when you're coming in, you got a new coach, a new system, new teammates, new city, and I think certainly since those injuries to McDavid and Leon, that we've had to rely on other guys more, and he has really elevated his play.
I'm assuming with the save coming on the bench side of the ice where you were standing, you had a perfect view of Calvin Pickard's blocker save with 55 seconds. What was going through your mind when you saw the open net?
And then hopefully make another big save like he did against Vegas, sliding across and a little breakdown there. And other than the, a couple times in the third period, but I thought we did a pretty good job of playing the right way and limiting their opportunities. They did have a couple good ones, but overall I thought it was a good effort.
You're starting to get some things come around. Arvidsson starts scoring fairly regularly. Skinner's playing the best he's played. Your defensive game's excellent. Other than your top two guys being hurt, are you pretty happy with what you got going in the playoffs?
Well, we also, have a Trent Frederick to add to our lineup too. That would be nice when he's available. But like I said, I think you never want to miss those guys. You never want your top players not to be playing, because every time they're not in, it decreases your chances of winning, because they're good players, obviously. But what happens is other guys have some opportunities to play, get some confidence, hopefully score some goals, and then because we're going to need them in playoff time.
Just saying, if Leon doesn't play in LA, is there a chance Frederick could?
No, I don't believe he's ready that soon.
All right, so Coach, you play a team that's in the bottom of the standings like this, and you're going to play them twice this month. So when they play you this well, is there the chance of a trap game?
Well, absolutely. But I don't know. You got to be careful what trap games are, because the NHL is so competitive, and it's not that any game is ever easy. You see a team in the top of the standings, they can get beat by the good team at the bottom just because of team plays really well. The better team might not play well. The goaltender might be hot, whatever it is. But careful using the trap terminology, but. Definitely, that's a team that is capable of beating us. We've had 2 one-goal games against them so far, and I think anytime we can be beaten by them.
All right. So there's Oilers head coach Chris Knoblauch. Oh, I think we're frozen here, gang. Uh-oh. Yes, we are frozen on screen. Oh, that is not good. Give us 1 second. We'll try to unfreeze ourselves here. Live production. But as you heard, there we go. There we go. I'm not sure why we were frozen for a second there, but let's just sort that out for a sec. Live production, live content, things can happen. Okay, we are back. So you hear Chris Knoblauch there also mentioning too that Trent Frederick probably will not play against LA early. And I've heard also too this morning that Frederick is more likely to probably check in against the Anaheim Ducks. And that might be a chance to see Olivier Rodrigue get his first start in net at the NHL level. And I think all people were wondering, when would Rodrigue get a chance to start on this road trip to truly see what he could do? I know he came in relief against the loss against Seattle in Seattle, but everybody wanted to see a Rodrigue start, see what he can do in a real sink or swim moment. So possibly you might see Rodrigue start as well as Trent Frederick's first game as the Edmonton Oilers. So interesting times with the lineup after hearing from head coach Chris Knoblauch. You know what's interesting as well too? You know what else is interesting, gang? Social media. And what better way to keep up with our show than by following us on social media? Make sure you tap into social media, because, hey, if you're enjoying this show, you want some more of it, right? Well, make sure you hit the like button on this video, click subscribe on our channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're alerted whenever we go live. If you're tapping into our podcast, please give a 5-star rating or even write a positive review. And hey, if you really enjoy us, make sure you tap into our social media platforms. You can find the Game Over Network on Blue Sky at thegameovernetwork.com, on TikTok and Twitter at Game Over NHL, on Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn at Game Over NHL, Game Over Network, sorry. And you can find me on Twitter, on Avry, at AVRY on Twitter, on Instagram, at Avry Sports. And you can also find us at thegameovernetwork.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter, which is coming very, very soon. All right. Third period time, y'all, as we start to wind things down on Game Over Edmonton. on a late game against the San Jose Sharks. A very, very, very late night. It's tough. It's a weekday games on a weekend. It's tough doing the show when people more or less, want to go to bed, have trouble staying up late. So I get it. I get it entirely. But Edmonton and San Jose, these have been two teams who, as of late, have had competitive games. And Macklin Celebrini tonight was good. He had a great pass. He had a great pass sprint sequence that went to Mario Ferraro and Tyler Toffoli. And I look at Macklin Celebrini right now and thinking to myself, man, this Calder Trophy race isn't as cut and dry as it once was. Because Celebrini, I thought was gonna win this easily. But now you're seeing Dustin Wolf gain ground in the Calder race. You're seeing Lane Hudson have a great campaign as well. And I don't think right now for Celebrini that Calder Trophy is his definitively right now. There's a chance Dustin Wolf catches him. And either way, for the voters, it's going to be tough because watching Celebrini tonight, I see a kid who's going to be a true game breaker for the San Jose Sharks. He has not backed down against Edmonton in any game he's played so far. Celebrini's taking the challenge of playing against the Oilers, and he has shown himself to be a very, very dynamic player. I'm thrilled to see what he's going to do. I can't wait to see what he's going to do as his career progresses, because that Sharks rebuild, at first, it looked shaky. It did look shaky. But now, the Sharks, I'm seeing the pieces come together in San Jose, and that team is going to be good very soon. Mike Greer is going to figure things out in San Jose faster than people thought. It's going to happen. That Sharks team is going to be very good very soon. And teams like Edmonton can't take the San Jose Sharks lightly for very much longer. That's going to be a team that will, I think, next year could threaten for a wild card spot. Maybe not make it, but I think the Sharks will definitely threaten people when it comes to a wild card 2 spot in 25-26. So either way, interesting game, but the Sharks are a team that will give you fits next year. Absolutely they will. Absolutely they will. So also, let's head into one more presser. We got Connor Brown's audio here up and ready. So let's jump to Connor Brown. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, Connor Brown audio.
Connor, just maybe talk about the resilience you guys showed once again. Of course, Leon goes down, but you guys stuck with it and come out on top tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to show the depth of our group. Get performances from different guys. They got to show up offensively, and so, I thought it was a good win. We hope he's okay.
Is resilience the buzzword right now around this team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're having fun. It's nice to get on the road with the guys, especially with some new guys coming in and get to know each other and have some fun. And so it's obviously nice to string a few wins together, keep it going.
Take us through your goal and that pass by Justin.
Yeah, I just built some speed in the neutral zone when I went D to D, and so I was able to, Skins found me through the middle there, and I was able to, keep my speed and glide by, and nice to finish a B-way.
What is it about this team that always seems to step up in big moments, especially when the games start mattering in the months of March and April?
Well, I think we believe in ourselves. I think we believe in our group. So, I mean, I think that's our core value that shines through in big moments.
What was going through your mind when you saw Calvin Pickard come across on that blocker save?
He's a rock for us. I mean, competes hard. Obviously, he deserved that win tonight, and obviously I don't think we should be giving up those kind of opportunities late in the game, but he was there to bail us out again.
So how big was this win, losing 2 of your big guys, not playing today, or one got injured, and you got to play these guys again at the end of the season. So how important was it to get this one?
Well, it's good. I mean, it's big. Sometimes when guys go down, other guys got to step up, and with big playoffs coming up, it's good for guys to get some extra minutes and some reps. So who knows? Maybe it's a good thing as long as those guys are okay, which I'm sure they will be.
Were you guys aware at all that LA won before your game, or is that something you just kind of tuned out before the game?
No, we had the game on over there. I mean, we kind of have a general sense of what's going on. I mean, we know it's going to be close and it's going to be big and it's going to be a fun game on Saturday. So I think we're all looking forward to it.
All right. there's Connor Brown. And yeah, to go from Tony Brar, yes, Tony, resiliency certainly is the buzzword after a game like that. And in general, just how this team has gone without Connor McDavid in the lineup, just fighting back and finding ways to get wins via other options in the on the roster in the past few games here. So great sign to see. But you know what else is great? You know what else is great? Game Over merchandise. Yes, Game Over merch. You want to get you some. What better way to support something you love than by wearing it as merchandise? Game Over's apparel line has dropped with 3 unique designs. Whether you want to feel the nostalgic pull of the retro scare design, want to make a statement with our established design, want to wear your love for goalies proudly with our live and die by the goalie design, or if you just need another coffee or tea to get you through the winter, which is ending soon enough, we got you covered. Designed by Brady Chalice from Game Over Winnipeg. Use the QR code on stream now and take a look through our apparel store and help us rebuild local sports media in Canada while repping your community. Yes, y'all. So, it appears it's pretty quiet tonight when it comes to the questions. So, no questions tonight. Y'all are chilling. Y'all are quiet. Interesting. But again, hey, it's a late night. People are trying to get some rest. I get it. 8:30 game. So, no questions tonight. We'll wrap the show up right now. But I am back in the host chair once again on Saturday night. Well, Saturday afternoon when the Oilers play the Kings in the matinee affair. A massive game in the Western Conference. So, until then, it's your boy Avry. I'm out. Talk to y'all on Saturday afternoon. Peace.